and welcome to the third installment of JDT, the podcast where we're going to spill the tea on all things Team Haskane and JDC West. In our third episode, we have two amazing guests. We have Team Haskane's VP Academic, Chris Stevens, and Hunter Rose, Team Haskane's VP External. My name is Mason. I'm the VP Marketing. I think let's get this thing started. So, you both have been very involved with JDC West. I think just tell us about it.
Yeah, totally. Maybe I can start. So my name is Chris. I'm currently this year's VP Academic. This is it's weird saying this out loud, but this is my fourth year on Team Haskane. I first competed as a HR delegate. Then I was VP Logistics under the amazing Ivy Lee. Shout out Ivy Lee. Then I did a little sprint on the organizing committee for a little bit last year. And now I'm doing my kind of victory lap as VP Academic for Team Haskane 2026.
And Chris is so humble because what happened as an HR delegate?
As a HR delegate, we did place first in our discipline.
You hear that? First place.
Shout out Aleska and Jenna. We did place first in the human resources discipline in 2023 in Saskatoon.
And I think if I recall, one of your team members showed up late that year. Is that right? Was it you or Jenna? Someone showed up after J-Prom.
It was Jenna. We operated as a first team, as a team of two. It was just Aleska and I. One of the previous delegates dropped the night before our first practice. So just Aleska and I, for a little bit, we bonded really closely. But success story, I have two delegates, and we made it to comp, and we placed first, so...
You know, I think there are teams when, you start out with two, you have a drop. That's fairly common. We had a few last year. But as you hear that, team, if you hear that, you can still place first. So never give up and use the most of your time that you've got.
Let my story be a testament to that.
Yes. Everybody hear that? That's the example you have to follow up. Okay, Hunter, tell us a bit about your story.
So this is my third year. Oh, hi, I'm Hunter. This is my third year on JDC West. So, like Chris, I started in HR. Actually had a very similar experience where our teammate at the start dropped after the first practice. And then we were a two-man show until mock comp 1, which was our first practice as like a full team. And then we also aided the competition. We got second, period. And then last year was on B Strat, so it was 3 of us and all the way through, so it wasn't like the first time. Also 8 that year too, and then I came back just for my final year as VP External, so getting that bag.
So you've both been delegates and you've both been VPs. You've had quite a bit more VP experience than delegate, it sounds like.
Yes, it seems, yes. I'm on the executive side.
Tell us the differences. What do you like more? What do you like less? Is there something you prefer?
This is so weird. I think almost I gotta say my favorite JC memories were when I was a delegate.
Mm-hmm.
I think you see it in an entirely different light as an executive. It's so rewarding to give back, and it's really fun being part of a team. And when I was VP Logistics on the OC, I did not miss the Sunday practices. But now as VP, I'm right there with you all, except for 7 hours a day with the amazing captains. Hey, hello! They're in the back right there. But I think being a delegate is your first time delegating is such a top-notch experience. I can't compare it to anything else. I love the executive team, but I can't compare it to being a delegate.
I love the not stress of being an executive, especially VP marketing, because I get to do such fun things like podcasting. I was captain last year, very, very rewarding experience. But I will say, I think the most fun I've had was as a marketing delegate. There's something about the pressure, the stress of a 3-hour resolution that just really gets the blood pumping. I like that thrill. So I do miss that a little bit, but I'm glad I'm not stressed out and up early on Sunday mornings anymore. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Maybe in the man I am today, though. It's very character building.
It is very character building.
Very, very character building.
Yeah.
But I miss it and I don't.
Yeah, if you're going to do JDC West, obviously there are so many different ways to be involved, but being a delegate is probably the best way to be involved with any team. Hunter, why don't you tell us, do you prefer being an executive or delegate? What do you like? What don't you like?
Yeah, I'll echo some of the points that you already said. I feel like being a delegate was definitely worth it. That's why I went back for 2 years in a row. It was so memorable. I learned a lot from the experience, and it completely changed my academic path. And I have a lot to get back to it. But after doing it for a couple years, I feel like an executive position now is very nice because it's super chill. Not to say that I'm not putting in work, but like it's definitely not like the same level of stress as it is being a delegate where you're there every week and you're very like in it, you're learning a lot. Um, but yeah, it's definitely nice being in like a more like mentor role, especially now I'm more involved with like HR and just like the executive side. So it's different.
The
It's
whole delegate to exec pipeline is very full circle moment, and that's been really, really rewarding. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice to be on the other side and support the team. Delegates have an incredible time commitment they have to fulfill throughout the fall. And this year, especially because they started earlier, there's just a lot for them to do. As an executive, we are still working. We're not doing nothing. Some more than others. Some more than others. Chris
what?
is there every Sunday alongside our captain. So he is doing a lot. And Hunter, he's making that bag for our team, which
Money's flowing.
we need
Practices
this.
are being held.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whereas I just kind of do this, which is very easy,
Mason
but
doesn't do
so
much, but it's very
fun.
honest work. It's very honest work.
Yeah.
He doesn't do much, but he's very honest.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Fun and silly.
You know, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm ready for my break after my last 2 years of JDC experience. So
And you deserve it.
And
Oh.
Mason, with all due respect, let me not
Oh,
put
oh.
dirt on Mason Wolf's name. He was an incredible captain.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand. I think as an executive, you see the inner workings of captaincy a lot more than you do as a delegate. And might I add, I think it's probably one of the hardest extracurriculars you could ever do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
shout out to all the captains out there.
yes, as our captains this year know, it is very, very demanding to do captaincy at some point in the future, maybe a future episode. I'd love to do an all captains episode. I want to get Ivy Lee. I want to get Bailey. I want to get Gustavo Bravo, myself, and Yelena and Megan for an episode. How we're going to fit around the table? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But in the future, that's the plan. I'd like to do something like that.
That's a
We can
lot of tea. That's a
discuss.
lot of cups of tea.
Yeah, that would be
That's a lot of tea.
It would be a lot.
That's a lot of tea.
But a lot of fun. And maybe some historical captains can offer some insights that will bring us to new heights never seen before. I won't say that I will, but maybe Bailey or Ivy can.
You're watching.
Yes, if you're watching, which I hope you are. Okay, so I think let's talk about this year a little bit more specifically, and then we can get into some more fun things. Chris, tell us how has the academic teams been doing so far?
The academic teams have been impressing me a lot. I think it was those 2 or those 3 summer practices that they had before starting in the fall. I was away for those. I wasn't here in the summer. So I got to see their first practices in the fall from a fresh perspective. And they all impressed me very heavily. I did not have those same practices. I think in maybe the use of AI and their templates now that I did not have. But besides that, all those delegates have been very impressive to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that the earlier practices, anything you can do to just get that little edge before your coaches come in can help you excel to new heights. Is there anything that you think the team has done really exceptionally at?
All of them are really, really good public speakers. If the team saw my first JDC practice, I think I would get my VP academic position revoked. Like, I think that would be like,
Ooh.
I think I would get kicked off.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad I was. I was a terrible speaker to begin with, and it was really hard. But I think the 2026 team needs to give themselves credit over how good they are at public speaking, because it is a very, very hard skill doing it in front of peers every Sunday.
It is absolutely a hard skill. I would say my first practice was so bad. I don't even remember. I don't think we made it to 10 minutes the first time we went around. For context, we need to hit like basically 20 minutes, and we made half of that. And I was such a nervous public speaker. There's only one way to get good at that, and that's doing it over and over. So you hear that, team? If you're nervous right now, just do it over and over. I won't say it gets easier. I won't say that you'll be less nervous, but you'll have the courage to go about doing it better.
Yeah, you can manage the stress so much better. And I know I definitely agree. Like my first practice was so chopped. Like I was coaching HR this year and seeing like their first case, and it was like comparing it to what I did. I was like, wow, the teams this year are doing very good. So
Yeah, we have awesome talent. Anything that you think our team could work on a little bit more? Yeah.
Oh
Hmm.
no.
Yeah, feel free to be as brutal or as polite as you want. Maybe polite. We want to build them up before our mock comp this coming Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm. This is a very broad suggestion, but they could all. Oh, wait, let me think. There are some content gaps. Sorry, that was a little rude. There are some content gaps in their presentations over how applicable sometimes the recommendations are, and that is my feedback. But forming and crafting implementation and a recommendation in 3 hours, I do not think a lot of people can do that.
I completely agree.
I think it is so hard to do that, and I sometimes of course it comes over time, but I think if you put 3 executives at any company into a room for 3 hours, I don't think they could do much better than these delegates.
I agree. There is something to be said about you're not going to be perfect in 3 hours. There will be gaps, obviously, whether that's things that you could have put in nicer slides, thought through an idea a little bit more, done a little bit better analysis. There will be gaps in 3 hours, but the quality is really exceptional for the time constraint. Hunter, if you could go back to your first delegate practice, what feedback would you want to give yourself or your team?
I would say, like, for my first practice, going back all the way to HR, I feel like a lot of my recommendations were not very detailed, which was like something that I learned a bit later on. Like, I would just give these very surface level recommendations, like, oh, you should do training, or oh, you should do like this very cool recruitment program. But I feel like a lot of these like strategy recommendations, like that people typically get for JDC, require a lot more like systemic thinking about how you're like recommending things and what they're actually doing. It's not just like these surface level tasks, but like you need to think like more wide about how the company can like position itself.
Anything you want to add, Chris?
That's a loaded question. I think Aleska and I did a very good job in our first practice, maybe content wise. Which shout out, congratulations on your engagement, Aleska. That was beautiful. I saw that my fellow teammate Aleska Law just got engaged in France a couple of days ago. Yeah. So shout out you, Aleska. But I think considering everything, I think I would tell myself to maybe calm down a little bit. I had a little bit of a stuttering problem, and I remember it was either my second or third practice. I got told that I said okay 17 times in the practice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you both for sharing. With that, we'll just take a quick break. Welcome back. So after a momentary pause, we are joined.
I need some tea, I'm sorry.
We are joined now by our captain, Yelena Sermeno.
Hey.
Thank you for being here. She's been here the whole time in the background, but we figured it would be really nice to like Aleska's wedding engagement post live on air.
Aleska and Marcus, this is for you. Coming live from the Team Haskane JDC Instagram. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations on your engagement.
Should we get a comment?
Yeah, let's comment.
This is so awesome.
I hope your wedding makes it rain. No shot.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Don't comment that.
This wedding is gonna rain.
The wedding is gonna rain? That's bad. That's bad luck.
No, it's not good.
It's good luck.
Yeah.
It's good luck.
In a team house.
It's really good luck.
In the sense that
This wedding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, saying this wedding's gonna rain sounds like it's gonna suck.
No, but there's a heart. This wedding is gonna rain heart, rain cloud.
Yeah. And if you're watching, you get the context.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you better watch, actually. Okay, thank you, Yali.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Aleska, I hope you like that comment. Happy engagement.
Happy engagement. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our third episode of JDT. We're switching to a little bit of a more condensed format. I want to be only about 30 minutes. And what I wanted to do is we've got some activities ahead of us. I bet you're both wondering what's in this mysterious tea box I've
I'm
got
scared.
here.
I want to know.
So let me just explain the context. Over the last week, our team's delegates have been asking us anonymous questions, and they've submitted them, and I printed them out and put them in this box. And we're going to answer them right now. Okay, we're going to answer them right now. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Woo!
So I think what we'll do is you pull out a question and you're going to answer it, and we'll do the same thing. So everybody can pull out one question from here.
Oh.
Yeah. Some of them are a little more interesting than others, but there's some ones we could offer some good advice probably. We'll see. We'll
Is this
see.
one or two?
I don't know.
I think that's this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is so respectful.
Okay, Hunter, why don't you start us off?
It says, what are your favorite academic and external things, respectively?
Oh,
Hey,
tell us.
Oh, please go
Wow.
ahead.
I will. My favorite external thing is seeing that money come through. It's so awesome. And I mean, working with our partners to deliver value to both our sponsors and the team.
Heck yes. Chris, what's your favorite academic thing?
My favorite academic thing is probably seeing the growth in delegates every Sunday over practice. It's very, very, very rewarding.
Absolutely.
And I'm like getting emotionally attached to like all of them. And it's like parasocial. And but I really do love all those delegates, and they're all doing such an amazing job.
Yeah. I'm sure our captains agree this year. I know as a captain last year, you did get emotionally attached to the delegates. They were like your children that you saw raised all the way through to when they had to go out of the nest into
It's
the
like
real
practice
world.
Like kindergarten, and like comp is like they're graduating like high school, and you're like, oh my god.
And it's so hard because you have to say goodbye. Like your team is done after that.
Yeah.
And it's a little emotional.
And no one's gonna like talk to me ever again, so like my life's over. But I'm excited for it in January. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun in January. Okay, Chris, what's your question?
Okay, drum roll, please. This is a long one. If you could make couples of concentrations, not the people in them, just the concentration, what would be the best couple?
Okay, well that's interesting because this is unrelated, but I have printed out little pictures of all of our delegations here. We're going to come to these later, but Chris, maybe you could use these to help couple them up.
For sure.
Yeah.
I have one strong opinion.
Hmm.
I don't think accountants should be with HR professionals.
Oh.
I feel very strongly about that. I just don't think that's ethical in my mind.
Okay. So who would you put the accountants with?
The accountants can go somewhere cold, maybe like
Yeah, they don't deserve a parent.
no, not really.
Oh, what about the HR professionals?
The
I have an
HR
opinion,
Oh,
but let's hear yours first.
I think, you know what? With that said, though, sometimes we need a balance of some of these softer concentrations with the harder ones. I love HR and BTech together. That's cute. That's really, really cute.
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
HR and BTech. Finance and accounting together, they would combust.
They would boast.
Well, no,
Well, why, Chris?
who's gonna like where are the soft skills here?
Right.
That's a
Like,
good point.
Yeah.
That's a good
right.
point.
Yeah, where are I don't know, they're like who's gonna like be making phone calls, who's gonna be like doing the speaking, who's gonna no. Accounting, the accountants, they need NT people. They need the NT delegates to keep them in check.
Yeah.
These NT delegates, they don't play.
They don't play.
No.
They're here for business.
They are, and they're gonna pitch you, and they're gonna pitch you hard. So, and they need to rein in the accountants. So that's my opinion on that.
Hunter, do you have any pairings you do?
There's one up here that comes to mind. I'm looking at this power couple entrepreneurship and business strategy.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
To create a business and then scale it hard.
I think that's a great pairing. So I'm gonna go a little bit against Chris. He wanted to put some soft skills with some hard skills, but in my mind, I would want to put marketing and human resources together, which is funny. It's funny because I'm a marketing delegate, and I think you're both HR, or I'm a marketing student, and you're both HR students, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
So-
very soft.
I think that those two teams belong together, and I think that our marketing and human resources teams would get along very well.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I really do. I agree with that.
Okay, we're gonna come back to those cards, but I have a question. I don't really like it very much, so I might make you both answer too to make me feel comfortable. But would you date yourself? Why and why not? I appreciate the question. Thank you, team, for submitting it. I would say
Who submitted that?
Yeah.
it's anonymous.
Narcissist.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say I would, but that's because I'll answer that really fast.
Well, I mean,
I'll answer that really fast. Like, I know what I like. So I feel like if there was another version of me, actually, that might be a really big clash. I feel like my personality is a little strong and I probably wouldn't get along with myself.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I like all of my characteristics and I think I want someone that wants to date me, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, but I think there would be a clash. So I think I'm going to make you both answer that as well because I had to.
I would say yes. I think everyone should love themselves to the point where you think that you are a good date
Yeah,
potential. You know what? That's my opinion on that.
I 100% agree.
Mhm.
What he said.
Yeah.
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 What about you, Hunter?
Well, I'm gonna be a devil's advocate. Although, yes, I agree, you should love yourself and think you have great qualities. I think like dating can also help you like find someone that is like kind of like opposites attract. Like you learn from them and you grow together.
Oh, that's so sweet. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not dating myself just yet. I've still got hope, but we'll see. Let's all
Learning
take.
technology evolves. then
Once
ask
w-
'em.
Oh yeah, I still think we'd clash, but
we'll circle back then.
yeah, we'll circle back.
20 years.
We'll circle back.
Yes.
Okay, pick another question, and then Hunter, you get to answer first again.
Oh, awesome.
Are we
Wait.
unveiling my question first?
Oh yeah. Well, do you want to answer first?
No, Hunter, you go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm scared
So-
now.
Read it to us. Oh wait, this is the same question.
I don't. Okay. It says which ship is the real ship of Theseus? Or Theseus? Sorry.
Do you know?
I don't get the reference. Unfortunately, I'm not like a Greek. Which ship is the real ship of Theseus?
Oh,
I did not.
I
take
don't know.
GRSE.
I don't really know Greek myths that
I'm
well.
sorry.
well, I haven't read the
I do love
Odyssey.
the Greeks though.
Oh,
Yeah, you know the Greeks were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, you
Very good.
went to Greece this year, right?
I did. I went with my best friend Tori. Shout out Tori. Tori and I backpacked Greece for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay. We love Greece. I went there last year. Very, very fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Okay, Hunter, why don't you tell us your... Wait, who read their question? Okay, you read your question
Okay,
now.
so I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hope I get craziest lore during comp.
Ooh, this is a juicy one right now.
Ooh.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Well, a few things come to mind. Maybe I won't name names, so I'll start with a personal story. I got so when I presented in 2023, our presentation was on the Sunday, and I wouldn't really consider myself to be a nervous person, but I got so nervous Sunday afternoon specifically at like 2:30 p.m. I was like shaking with a Red Bull in hand in some like Saskatoon Commons, and I was legitimately about to quit and leave.
At comp.
Yeah, at comp. I was gonna leave.
You were that anxious.
I was that anxious. I was like, I can't do this. I'm going
Dang.
home.
Dang.
I remember, oh, this is gonna scare people. I remember being so nervous that I was in a corner and I just had to like just cry a little bit.
Aww.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I remember, and it was so bad, and it was again, it was character building, but look what happened. I persevered, and it ended up being the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when the going gets tough, keep going. But that was my crazy personal lore at comp. And to think that I would have left and it became one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. Yeah.
Yeah. Teams, take care of yourself at comp. It's going to be stressful. You're going to be tired. And if you need to take a moment to go be by yourself, maybe you're crying, that's okay. Do it.
You have to let it out. You just have
Yeah.
to let it out, and you have to be aware of people's emotions and not to throw you under the bus, Jenna, because it was my fault as well. But there were some times during comp when Jenna and I were so snappy
Ooh.
with each other.
I can actually relate.
No, I mean, I think every team. I remember, Jenna, I love you, but there was this one time we were talking on like the top level of like the Edwards like building, and we just couldn't look each other in the eyes.
Oh.
Wow.
But that was not. We didn't do anything wrong. It was just we were that tired and stressed.
Yeah.
And we overcame it.
Situation.
Well, you know, I can actually relate because I also had Jenna on my team. We went into this on the last
Sorry,
podcast.
Jenna. Sorry, Jenna. I'm sorry, Jenna.
We went into this on the last podcast, but she did threaten to throw the laptop at me in the reso room. So it does get a little snappy. It's a high intensity environment.
The highs are high and the lows are low.
Yeah.
But
I'll tell my lore after Hunter can tell his lore to us.
Right. Well, is it like the craziest lore that I went through, or like have heard of?
Well, maybe let's start with you, and then if it's, you can tell us more if you want after. We'll just start with your craziest lore right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So at the competition, I think. Honestly,
Which year?
Oh, this is 2024
In Edmonton.
In Edmonton. So like we just got to the reso room, and we were like walking, like in between like reso and then your actual presentation. We were like walking all the way to the room, and we had to go outside. It was -50 in Edmonton, and it was so freezing. And then we go to the room, and we're just like waiting outside. And when you're like in that in between space, you can't talk to each other. It's like heads down, no revealing any info. But we were like waiting out there, and I think they were behind inside the actual presentation room. And then it was me, Sammy, and Alex, who was the HR team. We were like waiting, and then Alex goes and like sits around the other corner, and he's like just like getting his head, I guess, his mindset. And then I didn't know like where he went. And then they were about to call us into the room, like because they were a bit behind. We were out for like 20 minutes. And then they were like, okay, go on. And then I was like, because I was panicking because Alex is not there. I do not know where he is, and we're about to get called onto this room. So I was just like, hold on, trying not to like break like the speaking like rule. So then I like run around the corner, and then I see Alex. I'm like, hurry the fuck up, like we gotta get in, because they almost made us go on, just the two of us.
Oh
after
my
like all of
gosh.
that.
Oh my gosh.
So we ended up going on. It was fine. We ate. But it was like so stressful, and like that 20 minutes beforehand, I was like freaking out. But it worked out in the end.
I love it. I'll say my craziest lore. I don't really have anything great as a delegate, a marketing delegate at comp. I can't think of anything. As captain, I can say after gala, I kind of let loose. So
as you should.
Yeah.
you know, it's the come down after all of that stress. And I think I had a little coffee cup filled with wine, and I was walking around the hotel. Sorry, OC from last year. The vibes were high, though. That's the craziest lore that I think is directly related to me. And that was as a captain.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you last year, we did have teams that were very stressed out. We had one team ask me if I can put the whole case through ChatGPT the day before. I said, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't get the recommendation that way. So just high stress, I think, is the main like lore from the team. But yeah. Hunter, do you have any crazy lore you've heard about outside of your team?
Well, many crazy lore actually. Well, why don't I tell this one? When I think it was comp last year, there was one of the teams. They said like, "Fuck you" to one of the volunteers.
Oh.
And it was a lot of beef. The OC got involved, and it was this big drama. I remember, and it was like so crazy to me that people were being so rude to the volunteers. And I think like that team got in a lot of trouble. So if you're watching this, delegates, be nice to the volunteers. They're dedicating their time, their weekends. So you got to treat them nice, even if they might not like, I don't know, if they annoy you or anything. It's whatever. You know, water off a duck's back. Just treat them well.
This is going to be a difficult question to answer. Mainly because I don't really know the academic teams. I haven't really seen them at all. So maybe Chris can answer this. It's also, he might not want to answer this one.
Oh, God.
So maybe we'll just say, take this question at the moment. Things could change. And we can also cut this out if it is not right. But that's my question, Chris. Why don't you read it for us?
Wow.
Did a delegate ask this question?
This was sent out to the entire Team Ascane delegates and executives.
This
So
is
it came from
anonymous.
someone. It was anonymous. I have no idea who put it in.
Right. Yeah.
The question is, what team is the worst academically? No. I'm not answering that. And you know what? No, I will answer it.
Oh.
Every single team
Oh.
has things that they can improve on, and every single team has their strengths. There's quite literally no worse academic team at the moment, and there never will be for Team Haskane.
Well, that was a very diplomatic answer. I appreciate that. See, delegates, don't try and push your luck with these questions.
That's how you do PR.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, we can do one more each, and then we'll move on to the last segment. So everybody take your last question. If you get a repeat, just pick out another one. Let's see what we get. Oh, this is a good question. Yeah. Is there one more?
No.
Okay, you can have that one.
Okay.
Okay, Chris, start us off this time.
Okay, I will start us off. Thank you, Mason. Repeat.
Okay, then we've just got one last question.
One. That's okay.
Ask that question.
I think I must have printed it twice by accident.
Someone's getting really excited on this team. It's like Mayday season or something.
They're in heat.
They are in heat. Sorry.
It was the coupling question again, just for clarification, okay? I think I printed it out twice by accident. Hunter, why don't you read us the last question?
Okay.
Yeah.
The last question is, what is a must-have at comp?
Good
Something
question.
You should pack as a delegate. Love this question because like it's kind of hard to think about. Oh, what should I have at comp if you've never been there? And hindsight's always great. One thing that I brought that I really enjoyed was like chamomile tea.
Ooh.
It's like a tea that's like herbal, decaffeinated. It helps you like sleep a little bit. And if you need to go to bed at a really early time because you wake up, I had to wake up at like 1:45. It's really nice to like calm you down at the end of the night. And then another thing is like cough drops. I also like lip balm, just some of those essentials that you might forget when you're packing, but will save you at comp.
Good answer. Chris, anything you want to add?
I brought a roll-on, a lavender roll-on,
Oh.
and that did it de-stress me? It wasn't enough, but like it kind of gave me some like placebo a little bit. And I think one thing sometimes comp is so intense on you, and sometimes the only quiet time you have by yourself is 5 or 10 minutes in a hotel room. Maybe bring your own pillowcase or something
Aw.
little from home
Mhm.
where you can just sit with it for a second while you get your like 2 hours of sleep.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Captains will be sending you a full packing list, so
That
you won't
will
be able to
read,
forget
that
it.
you will read.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot read it and then that's on you, but you should read it and pack accordingly.
Mm.
But one thing that I really appreciated having was Tylenol, Advil. You know, you might have a cold or something, get rid of it. Yali would say bring a lemon and just eat the lemon whole. That's a method.
Yes.
That's a method. Last year I brought Emergency for all of the delegates, and I did drink that like twice a day, every day during comp, just to keep myself running. And I think that is just think about what you're going to need to stay healthy, really, more than anything else.
Mhm.
It's the winter time. Sickness is going around. What do you need to stay healthy? Cough drops, also a good answer. Emergency, hopefully the captain's packet this year. And yeah, just your painkillers. Okay.
I have another thing to add. We're going to be in Saskatoon in January. So bring like a coat, a hat, and mitts. Because like they might not have connectors like we do at UFC. So you might be outside.
Yeah, bring all of your winter gear, team. With that, we'll just take a quick break, and then we've got one last activity that I'm calling the Synergy Shuffle. So get excited for that. Welcome back. Episode 3, JDT, where we're here with Chris, Hunter. For the last little bit here, we are doing the Synergy Shuffle. I have printed out little cards with our teams here, our academic teams. We don't have DAC yet, hopefully soon. And what we're going to do is we are going to be asked some questions. There's like some topics here, and we are going to pick 3 teams that we would want based on the topic.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to pick our 3 teams together, and then I'd like us to like kind of explain why. As you're going about picking, I want you to like kind of explain and walk us through how are you going about picking. And I think it's
I love
a
this.
mix of funny and serious, hopefully. If funny. Hopefully, it's enjoyable to watch, and hopefully, it's good for
We're gonna
us.
make it enjoyable.
Yeah.
You guys can learn a thing or two from
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Okay.
Oh.
The first topic question is which teams, and again, we're picking 3, would make the funniest group TikTok? And I actually have one in mind right
Oh,
away.
right
Oh,
away.
right
But
away.
Why don't you walk us through what you're thinking right now?
100% is going to be NT after seeing their diss tracks, their spirit stocks. I know they put together a funny TikTok.
Chris, who are you picking?
Definitely marketing.
Oh,
Those 3 girls are hilarious.
marketing. Who else, Chris?
Ooh, if I had to pick. Wait, I need a second.
Walk us through what you're thinking
Okay,
about.
I'm thinking. So we have like the face cards in marketing.
Oh.
We have like
Yep.
we have like the idea generation and the creativity in NT. We need something to balance both of them out because marketing and NT, that's a lot of energy.
Right.
You know, I have one in mind if we're trying to balance them
ahead.
out. I think not for profit would be a really nice
I agree
balance
with
to that.
Wow.
Just saying, I think they all seem like very, very
We need someone to bring them
steady,
down. Bring them down.
calm
Like, they're a little too
presence.
pretentious sometimes.
Yeah.
Bring them down and like ground them.
Yeah.
And ground them.
And I think they could make a really funny TikTok. Hopefully they do make us one. Maybe we'll get a feature in our Instagram takeover.
Oh
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put those 3 teams together for our Instagram
Make them
takeover.
do it.
Yeah, I think I like that idea. Okay, so we've got our top 3 here. Next question is which teams would you invite on a road trip? And let's say we're doing a long road trip.
Everyone.
You're going to Las Vegas.
Everyone.
It's a day from Calgary.
Okay.
You can pick 3. And you're in the car with them for 24 hours, so pick wisely. Hunter, go ahead.
Okay, well, I have 2 teams here, Business Technology and OPMA, because I don't want a crowded car.
Oh.
And
Uh-oh.
they're going to be down.
You know, I like that rationale. Let's keep the people out of the car.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want the funniest people, we just want less overall. Okay. I like it. Chris?
HR to keep the conversation going and flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Operations management, love these 2. What if the car breaks down?
Oh.
What if we need like, logistic help? Like, what if we need, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, love.
Yeah, Kat and Joseph, they're going to get
Kat and Joseph are gonna get, they're gonna get shit done and they're gonna help us. Plus, both of them will be very fun in Vegas.
Good.
My
Yeah.
third, B-Strat. B-Strat in Vegas, like hell yeah. HR, Ops, B-Strat is my final answer.
I like it. I like it. Okay, I'm going to start off mine. B-Strat.
Oh.
Why? They're all very passionate people. And when I'm thinking about a road trip, you know, you can sleep. That makes it go by pretty fast. You can watch a movie. That's all right, but you're still sitting there. What's really enjoyable, what will make it feel like it was nothing, is if there's a lot of conversation going. So we're starting strong with some really good, interesting people to talk to. I want to add in NT for the same reason. This car, it's going to be loud, I think. It's going to be a loud car. There's going to be a lot of discussion. I even think there might be some like arguing. I imagine there's going to be some tense conversations, but in a positive way. And I'll just be happy to sit back and listen. And finally, what do I want to pick last? I think just because I haven't really gotten to meet this team too much. I know them, but I don't really know them. I'm going to pick Business Technology. I'd like to get to know them a little bit more and just hear about what they've done in school and all that. So that's my top 3.
I realized I didn't pick a third. So if we're going gambling in Vegas, I'm going to bring finance. You can
Yeah.
keep track of the money. Well.
Good answer.
Mhm.
Good answer. We're back. We got another question. Which teams would run the best lemonade stand? I've got one in mind right off the bat. We're putting accounting up. I want my money to be audited. I want to know where it went. I want to know how much I spent on lemons and sugar, and I think that they would be very helpful for that.
Mhm.
I'm also going to pick marketing. I think that goes without saying. Like, we need to have a good marketing strategy. This is going to be the best branded lemonade stand that this school has ever seen. And finally, this is a tough one. Maybe we want some like international flavors, and we need Ibis to bring us some lemonade from around the world. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Have you
But
tried Brazilian lemonade?
What lemonade?
Brazilian lemonade. It's blend of
Ibis, Brazilian lemonade. Bring it to me at the next team meeting,
I
please.
just send those kids abroad. Send them abroad. We have money to make.
Okay, Chris. Lemonade
first-
stand.
Lemonade stand, first was
Mhm.
question, accounting. But not for the reason of the financial side of running the lemonade stand. I pick accounting. These three accounting delegates, they can convince someone. They can convince a child to spend money on some lemonade, no matter how much it costs. So accounting is my number one choice for that. I'm gonna go for non-for-profit. They have the caring side to attract people for a nice cold glass of lemonade. So I say non-for-profit. My third choice would be NT. NT would give us the reach that we need for this lemonade stand, and NT could probably convince people of all walks of life to have a glass of very expensive lemonade.
I like it.
NT, non-for-profit, and accounting is my final answer.
Awesome. Hunter?
Yes, I mean, I am also going to go with marketing. They will market my lemonade stand. It will be very cute and branded. Everybody will want a little taste. I'm also going to go operations management. My lemonade stand will be a well-oiled machine, the most efficient lemonade stand in the world. You'll get your lemonade in seconds. And also, I'm with you. I don't want my books to be cooked. I want to see exactly where I'm making money, so accounting is going to be there to do that right.
Where are my dollars going?
Exactly.
Why are they not in my pocket?
Mhm,
These are the
yeah.
questions you want to ask when you're starting your own business.
Yeah.
So, you hear that, teams? That's our selection for a lemonade stand. Oh, I think this next one's going to be interesting. Again, this might be more difficult for me and Hunter as we haven't met all of the teams. So, Chris, we'll be leaning on you to
Okay, I
use
know
your
all of
knowledge of them. Which team would you pair up with for karaoke night?
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do I pick two teams?
Yeah.
I'm going with my gut here. And I think if I want to craft like a memorable, like transformative karaoke night, I would pick finance and international business.
Oh, tell us why.
I think they got some pipes on them. I wanna see them belt to their heart's desire,
Mhm.
and I think they would go viral. Finance and IB. That's my final answer.
I love it.
Thank
Good
you.
answer. Hunter?
Well, I'm going to go with entrepreneurship because I've seen them rap. They'll have a lot of fun there. I feel like marketing is secretly going to have very good vocals. I feel like they would belt it out. And then I also feel like Ibis will just be a really fun time.
Something about Ibis. I don't
Something
know.
about
Something
Ibis.
They're gonna sing and they're
will
gonna sing
turn it
hard.
down.
Yeah. They're gonna shut up. They're gonna clear a place out.
Ibis, get ready for the annual JDC karaoke night. You have
You have the floor.
high
Yeah.
expectations placed on you.
The
So
floor's yours.
get
Yeah.
excited.
And you need to sing Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Me too. You know, it's funny. I was going to pick NTN marketing too, only because I've actually seen NT rap. So I'm just going to put that out there. I have seen no other teams sing.
Proof of concept.
Yes. And for marketing, it wasn't necessarily because of their voices. Sorry, marketing. It was more from the fact that I'm going to be helping out with guest coaching the marketing team this year, and I want to get to know them in a little bit of a more fun sense. So that's why. But I'm going to pick one more just because I want to include some other teams. Human resources. They're a little bit quieter. But I think when we hear their passion, when we get a song that they really like, I think they're going to be able to belt it out. And they all seem like very, very nice people. So, yeah, human resources, you're my pick for karaoke night.
Love it.
Love it. Okay. With DAC recruitment kind of happening right now, I think it's almost done.
In the works.
Which would you recruit to be on your sports team? Let's say we're playing the JDC West sports, angle ball and chook ball. Who would you pick from our academic teams if you could draft them into our athletics?
I find it really funny when people play poorly. So for personal and like selfish reasons, I'm gonna try and pick people who I think would be horrible playing.
Oh,
Just for amusement for me.
don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry, HR, but I think it's gonna be you.
Sorry, HR.
Sorry, I love you, HR, but I wanna. But you know what though? I think those girls they know how. I think they would play. Like I think they would. I think they would. They know how to like. They don't play about that. So I think HR. I want to see HR play. Let me be clear. Combination of entertainment for me and effective playing. I would go with HR. I would put NT on there for the aggression.
Mm-hmm.
NT would body check someone that quick.
Stella would definitely body check someone.
Stella would get like a red card for
Yeah. Very quick to the game.
Stella. Yeah. HR, NT, and non-for-profit for strategy.
Oh, interesting.
That's my final answer. Yeah, I'm sorry, HR. I love you, girls, but we need to make it interesting, and HR is going to bring that.
I love it. Hunter,
To bring the interest.
who are you putting on athletics?
Great question. I'm gonna do business strategy. I saw Aicha play volleyball, and she's kind of scary, so I want her on my team. And of course, Meredith and Zach. I'm also gonna go.
Not afterthoughts.
I feel like HR will be angleball goat. Like they would hit that ball.
Yeah.
They'd hit that ball. Any other team, or is that your picks for athletics?
Operations management, because I like their vibe.
We've got vibes over there. That's a strategy, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick accounting. I feel like these two guys and Maya could definitely do really well in athletics. So I want them on my team. I think I'm going to go for like strength overall. That's what I'm looking for. With that being said, I'm going to be taking finance too. I feel like they'll be able to handle themselves pretty well. And finally, who do I want for my last team? I think it's going to be down to business strategy or NT. So maybe I'll just put both of them. But I feel like we get the aggression factor. Stella's going to body check someone. Aicha's really good at volleyball. Everybody on those teams is great, not just those two. But those are what comes to mind right off the bat. So that's my picks for my athletics team.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I think these are all very, very strong teams.
First place athletics, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next question I've got is, which team would you pick to go on an adventure with? I'd like you to just tell us a little bit more about why you'll pick them. I'll start us off this time.
Just one team?
Why don't we pick two teams to go on an adventure with? I'm going to pick not-for-profit. I feel like they're going to be really insightful, and you just need to actually like have some time with them, get them talking in a conversational setting, and we'll have a really, really great discussion on our adventure. We might discover some secrets of life. I don't know. Like, it's going to be a great, great adventure. And for my second team, I think I'm going to go with marketing, mainly because I think it's just going to be interesting conversation as well. They'll keep the energy up for us. I imagine they'll have music to play on the hike. So that's why I'm choosing the marketing team.
I love that.
What do you want? Who wants to go next?
You know what? I'll go next. For my adventure, I'm first going to bring international business. They have geography down pat, and I would like someone to use a map for me.
Good answer.
And then I'm also going to bring the entrepreneurship team. They'll be very resourceful, and if we ever get lost, I can count on them to get us out.
I love that. I'm going to go a little bit of a different route. My first choice is going to be finance. When I see these three boys present every Sunday, I just know that if they got dropped in a forest somewhere, they would survive. So that's my first choice. Shout out finance. My next choice would be B-Tech. I think they have the critical thinking skills to get me out of a pickle. I don't know why I'm assuming that like I'm in a survival situation. But if I was, and for vibes, I really like BT. I think we would have amazing conversation throughout. And my choice is BT.
Okay, awesome answers, everyone. And this is our last question now. So I'd like everybody to think really carefully. And I'm wondering how we should do this. Maybe we'll do just one team, maybe three. I haven't decided yet. We'll just start it off by picking the first team, and then we can add on to after we've all gone. It's pretty important. Which team would you choose to be stuck on a desert island with?
Ooh.
Yeah. Feel free to go before me because I don't know who I'd pick right now.
I gotta say HR. I'm sorry. That's my first thing that comes to mind. I mean, I'm biased towards HR. I love them. And I think for emotional support and for engaging conversation and for an amazing pitch deck, I would go with HR.
Okay, awesome.
Shout out HR.
Honestly, my first impression was also HR. I just love their energy after being with them every week. But to switch it up, I'll go with someone else. And you know what? I'm going to pick marketing. I feel like they would be very fun to be stranded on an island with.
You know, I'm trying to think about how I'm getting off of this island. So, which team?
They can't.
So, yeah, expand on that. I think HR and marketing, all of them, all 6 of them could get me off that island.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a different route, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or is it because it's the only all-women teams?
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of all-gender teams all around. Okay. And now I'm going to change my answer because I was picking a team of all guys the first time.
Yeah.
Women can do anything that men can do. So just let's preface that right now. But I'm getting off of this island, and because I'm going to be picking a team with both genders now and not the one I originally planned, I'm picking Ibis. They're world travelers. They may have seen different travel techniques. I want to get off that island, and I think they'll be able to help me. And I think with that, let's do 2 runners-up each. Hunter, you can start us off.
You know what? For my runner-up, I'm going to go with operations management. I feel like they have those skills to get me off the island like you were talking about. And I feel like they could build a very great raft.
Chris?
Yeah, raft.
Exactly. My runner-up is business strategy. I think they would keep me calm and collected on that island. And I don't think they would eat me, which I can't say the same for other teams.
Oh.
So, yeah.
You're going to be killed by another team for food.
But yeah, I have some things. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm planning on getting off the island before I'm being eaten alive. I mean, eaten, period. So I'm choosing Enti. They're going to have a plan. They'll brainstorm. They'll be chopping down a palm tree or something. We're getting that raft built. I feel like they'll be able to do it. They're my first runner-up.
Enti will give you clean water. Right. Yeah.
Why are they giving us
Inside
clean water?
joke. Sorry. Inside
Okay,
joke.
well, you have to...
Yeah, you have to be there.
Who was there?
Me?
Were you there?
No, I mean mentally.
Me, the captains, the godparents. If you were there, if you weren't, you weren't. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't get it.
Well, I'm feeling left out of the inside joke.
I'm sorry.
You're going to have to tell me later.
I will.
Okay, Hunter, pick your third runner-up.
My third runner-up, it's going to be HR, because it would be very fun to talk to on this island. And they can communicate well. I feel like they would draw a very great help sign. So any helicopters coming our way, they would see it. So shout out HR.
Chris? He does not want to pick a third team. So he's going to have to think carefully about that.
No, I do. And my third would be accounting.
Why?
They are just
Not that I don't believe in the accountants. Let me just make that clear. But why?
You know what? The accounting delegation this year for TMS Gain is very well coordinated and put together. And I think I need that organization
Mhm.
in a time in my life where I'm stranded on an island. I think that's important to me.
Good answer.
Thank
Good
you.
answer. So I feel like yeah, it's hard because I don't really know these teams too well yet, but I'm being naturally drawn to business technology. Mainly because I feel like they're helping me get off this island too. This is the main focus I've got. But they've also got that technology focus, and I really don't think that they're going to get me off that. Like, there's no tech there in my mind in this made up situation. So unfortunately, I'd like to pick you, but I don't think I can. Sorry, business tech. I think I have to go with operations management precisely for that reason. We're getting off that island. They're going to help us streamline the production of these rafts. It'll be a fleet of rafts,
We'll have a
actually.
factory
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that island.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually going to turn this island into like a powerhouse economy in the world with my 3
Mhm.
teams. So,
And they'll do it in 6 months.
or less.
And if a worker dies on that island in the factory, you got HR there.
Well,
Yeah.
not me,
Yeah.
but you.
We'll
So-
I'll send them over
Yeah.
on the ship.
You can have ironclad TNC.
Yes, as a part of my island, there's going to be ironclad T's and C's. If you know, you know. Jenna Vanderberg, Tenyang Dorji. Okay. With that concludes our synergy shuffle. It has been so fun to figure out how we think of these teams, see them in these made-up situations. I hope we get to replicate some of these situations, maybe not the desert island, but at TikTok, I would really like to see that team that we selected. Yeah.
Karaoke.
Karaoke, yeah. Well, we're going to see everybody doing
will be
karaoke.
singing. So now, yeah.
And with that concludes episode 3 of JDT. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you both have enjoyed being here. It was wonderful to have our guest. Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Mason.
Thanks for hosting us. It was so awesome.